Okay, cello guys. I'm here with Stairway to Heaven, here to kind of walk you guys through your parts so we know what's going on. So hopefully uh, this video will help you learn your music. I got an email. And prepare for a lot of cello puns because I'm going crazy and have nothing else to do. Alright, so here we are, Stairway to Heaven. First thing we check, we got our key signature and time signature. We have no sharps or flats, so we are in A minor right now, so we need to be thinking, um, F natural and C natural, a lot of second fingers. So, every time you see like F here or anything like that, remember, are we going to use third finger? No. I don't know if I should have made that one. I'm sticking with it. Okay, so yeah, all half notes, whole notes at the beginning, so this should be pretty straightforward, just making sure, again, playing C natural and F natural where appropriate. We do get this chromatic sequence here at 17. Make sure we're being careful with our accidentals. So think open A, and then we need to use that second finger extension to get the G sharp, and then close it for G natural, F sharp, F natural. Alright, and then it does the same thing here again. But luckily this is all half notes, and we're at a pretty moderate tempo. We're not going too fast, so these extensions and little shifts in our fingers shouldn't feel too uncomfortable. So that'll get us through the first several measures here pretty easily, I think. Alright, hopefully those first 26, 27 measures didn't really give us any trouble. They're really not too bad. Once we hit pickups to measure 29, that's this area right in here. This is where we actually take over the melody. It's you guys and violas here together. And those of you who are familiar with the song Stairway to Heaven, this is like the lyrical section of like the first couple verses. So, watch out, we've got some bowing, like some slurs that are happening here, and we also do have a shift that occurs somewhere in here. We've got a shift somewhere, that way we can get this high E. Whatever feels most comfortable to you, I might consider shifting to second position on the C right here, so it'll be first finger C, and remember this is C natural, not C sharp. C, and then you'll actually have to do an extension to play the D after, and then your pinky will be the high E right there, and then as soon as you're done playing the E, all you've really got to do is kind of like close our hand back to normal and shift down a half a step and replay our pinky on the D on this eighth note here. So that's option one. Option two is shift maybe on the D, so play the A, C, shift up to third position, where our first finger is going to be on D, and then third finger will be the E, and then I would immediately shift back after that, so you're not having to shift in the middle of the slur. Last option, of course, is just C, D, and then shift pinky for the E, and then shift back down for the D. You have lots of options there for that. So whatever feels most comfortable and sounds like the most clean is your best option. So however you want to do that, I'll leave that up to Alright, so we are now here at measure 33 with these kind of tricky looking rhythms that really aren't too bad once you understand how they go. We have dotted 8th, 16th, 8th, 8th, 8th rest, 8th note, 8th rest, 8th note. So it's going to be a little syncopated, but that's going to go like this. Let me get a metronome real quick to help you guys out. So here's 33, ready, go, 1, a 2, and 3, 4, 1, a 2, and 1, and then that brings us there, measure whatever this is, 37. And then it basically just repeats what we just did there. So if you learn these 4 measures, you've got the next 4 measures down easy enough, and that sounds like this. All right, a couple other things about this section here as far as the bowings go. Something that's going to help us. So this quarter note right here is going to be an up bow for us. Let's go ahead and make this eighth note also an up bow. That way we're playing down, up here, and that sets us up so we don't have to do a reset or anything at 33. So make this eighth note an up bow. So we're going to have up, up like a hook bow from that A to the G. All right. The other thing we're going to add, it's not written in your parts, this eighth note right here, 1, a 2, and the and of 3 also needs to be an up bow. That way that's fixing this reset problem here for us. So 1, a 2, and up bow here, G, F sharp. Make sure we're using a lot of bow here on this note here. That way we're not going to run out of bow on this up bow here, because that's, it's a pretty long note, so we want to make sure we don't run out of bow for that. So that's, here needs to be an up bow again, just every time you have this eighth note here. Up. So this one's an up bow, the end of 3 here is an up bow, and of 3 here is an up bow, this is an up bow, and then that'll be all of it. So you'll need to mark that in your parts. Alright, so we're now here at measure 41, where we're forte. It's a little hard to see there, but we have changed to forte, so we want to make sure we're playing real loud. Here we've got a lot of accents. We want to make sure we're playing really, really strong beats. So 1 and rest, 3 and rest, 1 and. Pretty straightforward with the rhythm. Watch out for the 8th rest here on beat 1 of measure 44. So 1 play on the and, right? Make sure we're holding for the whole measure. And then we basically just do all of that again. Alright, so that shouldn't be giving us too much trouble there. Okay, last up, we're at measure 57. We're in like the final stretch here of this song. 57 is going to feel a lot like what we were doing here back at measure 41. So we have these big hits on beats 1 and 3, 1 and rest, 3 and rest, 1 and 2 and, right? So watch out, don't let this 8th rest right here trip you up. 1 and 2 and 1 and 3 and rest, 1 and 2 and right, and that's just gonna do that. We've got a fermata here, so we'll hold that cut. We come back in with a violin solo, and then we're all playing. We have this tied tremolo note. Remember, tremolo is I've got a violin here. Those notes where we're basically playing like 30, 64th, whatever notes. We're just playing and holding that A like that, and it's marked forte piano, which means we're gonna attack it really, really, really hard and strong at the initial start of the note, and then we immediately back off to a nice soft piano, and then it just kind of fades out from there. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything you really need to know about this piece. If you have any additional questions, you can always email or leave a comment in Classroom. Don't forget that I set up those Zoom meetings every day from 1 to 2. If you want to just drop in, say hey, or ask a question, it's driving me crazy. You're always free to do that. So, hope to see you guys soon. Make sure you stay safe. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.